Alright, gentlemen. Let's work. Well. Look what the cat dragged in. I am safe. I am all right. The reports of my death have been greatly exaggerated. Somehow, I've returned. Welcome, Goob. SWA in the chat. Yo. How's life been the last week? Thanks for joining, everybody. Glad to be back. Gonna try and get in at least one more stream this week, I'm leaving for vacation Thursday through Monday, so I wanted to make sure I pop in, get a couple streams, though I did warn you on the last one. I said I gotta disappear for like a week and knock out this scene, get some work projects done. As you can see, the long-awaited reunion is probably like 95% done, 90% done. It's very, very close. Gotta do a little more touch-up on the Yavin VFX. I need to get some like motion blur on the ship movement, and then a tiny bit more audio work, and that's a little bit on the lip sync. I gotta redo something here. I hate to say it, but I don't want to show this scene. Like, I gotta save some surprise for the movie. I'm not gonna play it through all the way full. I'm so sorry to do this, but I can't spoil this. This is like what my entire saga has been. I mean, this is what sets the Way of Mandalore apart. Nobody else has tried to do anything like this, and this moment's so critical. I don't just want to spoil the whole thing. I've already shown off like 80% of this movie on stream. I'll give you screenshots, but I'm not going to play it through full. You'll have to wait for the dialogue and everything for when this comes out. Just uploaded an unfinished version of your Flash series finale edit. Still needs work. Cool. Flash. I never watched that show. Is that the one where it's like the tornado at the end, and then he like reverse runs around it and untornadoes it? Is that the CW one? Or is that the movie? I heard the movie was pretty good. I haven't watched Flash stuff since like the old animated cartoons and all. Desperately need vacation? Yeah, mine's going out to a lake, do some whitewater rafting, river tubing, water skiing, get a nice sunburn. Heck yeah, CW, cool. Okay, let me just run you through real quick what's gonna happen. So I went through some of this last time. Boba's fight. Rah! N1 comes in. We fly through Yavin. Din lands. R2 calls him down. Din gets up. He walks over. R2 brings the box. Grogu's inside of it. A little... Oh, where's that? I did want to fix this. I wanted to add the next R2 noise on here also. There you go. So then Grogu jumps into his arms.
Oh.
Okay. I gotta do something else with this scene because there's not enough time where they're just standing here. I need to I'm wondering if I can AI just to get 2 more seconds of them just standing with the trees blowing in the wind. I just need to add that as an establishing shot. Then I've got a pretty decent lip sync in here. Look at this. I never noticed this until I was really heavily working on this. They're so far back, but look how low res Luke's face is here. Look at that. It doesn't move right. This one's mine. But you can see it's such an obvious deep. This is 4K footage too. I mean, I'm quite zoomed in, but you can see the deep fake map right on him. It looks. I mean, you can't tell that from this distance that looks sharp, but when you zoom in, because I'm trying to do the lip sync and stuff, so I have to get kind of close for it. So you get Luke and Ahsoka overseeing. They walk out. Boom. Up here into hyperspace. Whole new dialogue. Everything is new dialogue. 100%. Not a single original line remains. They get their little moment in here. They hyperspace out. The movie was awful, really? I heard pretty decent things about it. So then what I want to... This is all good. I need to review this just to make sure I want everything. And then tonight, my goal... I'm going to finish the reunion on my own so I don't spoil it. My goal for tonight... I wanna finish that Grief Karga interaction that we were talking about through the last stream. I'm gonna have to redo all of this dialogue, which is gonna be hard though, because I need this moment. If you remember, I wanted the sweet, tender moment with Grief and Grogu.
I have it for you.
So, where is it? They walk... oh, it's in the other one. Yeah, so they we were saying they can walk over to the stairs. But my problem was how do you get from this scene to... I guess I could then cut to this. Some new lines from him there. And I've already shown him getting the deed to the house in the previous film, actually, so... I just want a handshake.
Thank you.
There, so I'll go from them walking towards the staircase to this, have an AI line for Grief here. That will lead into a handshake with Din. It really is good to see you two together again. Thanks for having my back. Then you immediately get your sweet moment. Grogu. I can pretty easily redo this voice line because you don't really see Grief much. His lips barely move anyway, so should be able to do that. And then it'll cut from there to them up here in the office. Is this Grief's? No, this is like the workshop. Yeah. That's how it's gonna go. You almost finished reading The Choices of One. Nice. I know I looked that up last time. That's the Mara Jade one, isn't it? Was that the one I said I hadn't ever read? I think that was. Oh no, no yawning yet. We're just getting started, baby. Let me get this tea prepped a little bit. Throw a scoop of creatine in there. I'm pretty sure like hot liquids are bad for creatine. Am I right on that? So I always just make like lukewarm tea and throw it in there. British people hating me right now. Don't read throughout the week. Very busy. Oh, dude, it's crazy hot where I am, too. It hit. Feels like 101 today. Goobs is probably like, you babies. You guys have like opposite seasons as us, though, right? What is the New Zealand weather? It's freaking cold there. What the heck? Cold and rainy? How hot do summers get? Look at me in... What? Really? I thought it would be hotter there. That's not bad. The coldest month of the year is July. That's so wild. Yeah. Ooh, strange to me. Alright, so let's move El Grifo here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And let's kind of roll through here. I think all this is fine. It's just them getting back. I might add some dialogue because it's so quiet. Okay, so Reuinion, they jump off together. Hyperspace, space whale scene. Grogu gets out, snuggles with Dad. Please state the purpose of your visit. Galgala. Notify Grief Karga that I have a surprise for him.
Notify Grief Karga that I have a surprise for him.
I've been kind of liking this expressive model for some of it. It takes so many generations to get a good one. chuckled. Oh, this is no. That's not. Why is he laughing?
Notify Grief Karga that I have a surprise for him. Notify Grief Karga that I have a surprise for him. Pleased. Notify Grief Karga that I have a surprise for him.
Sometimes this literally takes me like 50 generations.
Notify Grief Karga that I have a surprise for him.
It's just like out of nowhere, it'll randomly nail it. It's like, what?
Pleased. Notify
Why
Grief
is he
Karga
saying
that I have a surprise
pleased?
for him. Notify Grief Karga that I have a surprise for him.
I cannot wait for them to update this model from Alpha. You gotta get rid of these.
Notify Grief Karga that I have pleased. Notify Grief Karga that I have a surprise for him.
Why is he saying?
Notify Grief Karga
They're
that
not
I have a
supposed to
surprise for
say
him.
anything that's in the brackets in pink.
Notify Grief Karga that I have a surprise for him. Pleased.
Why?
Notify Grief Karga that I have a surprise for him. Pleased. Notify Grief Karga that I have a surprise for him.
Pleased. It's like those things in Mass Effect.
Notify Grief Karga that I have a surprise for him.
What the heck are those called? The Hanar? These things, they like announce their emotions before they speak. They're kind of like HK. Oh, no, not the Hanar. It's the Elcor. Yeah, these things are great.
Human, it is all I am and anyone. Is there something I can do for you this day?
Why do you explain what you're about to say?
Our people communicate through scent and slight movements. We discovered was not feelings of our convert species.
Don't.
Remorseful response, Din. Remorseful response, Din. You don't truly believe that.
Yeah, they just like announce the emotion they're about to say because they can't do undertones. Remorseful response. No.
Notify Grief Karga that I have a surprise for him. Pleased. Notify Grief Karga that I have a Notify Grief Karga that I have a surprise for him.
Bad.
Notify Grief Karga that I have a surprise for him.
I might have to.
Pleased. Notify Grief Karga that I have a surprise for him. Notify Grief Karga that I have a surprise for him.
That one was
Pleased.
close.
Notify Grief Karga that I have a surprise for him.
These are quite bad.
Pleased. Notify Grief Karga that I have a surprise for him. Pleased. Notify Grief Karga that I have a surprise for him.
Let's try this.
Notify Grief Karga that I have a surprise for him. He's awesome.
Awesome.
Notify Grief Karga that I have a surprise for him. Notify Grief Karga that Notify Grief Karga that I have a surprise for him. He said.
That one's not bad.
Notify Grief Karga that I have a surprise for him. Notify Grief Karga that I have a surprise for him. He said happily.
Hey, just a little less zandied out.
Notify Grief Karga that I have a surprise for him. Notify Grief Karga that I have a surprise for him. He said, notify Grief Karga that I have a surprise. Notify Grief Karga that I have a surprise for him. He said, happily. Notify Grief Karga that I have a surprise for him. Grief Karga that I notify Grief Karga. Notify Grief Karga that I have a surprise for him.
That one's probably better.
Rim hyperlink port. Please state the purpose of your visit.
Notify Grief Karga that I have a surprise for him.
There we go, because it cuts to Grogu like right as he's saying that. Get a little bit more helmet filter on it. I did want to add one more line from Din about Navarro.
Welcome to Navarro.
I want Din to say, oh gosh, I just X'd out of that.
Please.
I want Din to make a line about, this place has changed a lot since you last been here, pal. Because when was the last time Grogu was here? Early in season 2 in my series? Because he doesn't come back and he's not there for any of the pirate stuff. So he hasn't been there since, like, the Empire still had that base up in the volcano. So this is very different for Grogu.
This place has changed a lot since you've last been here, pal. This place has changed a lot since you've last been here, pal. Changed a lot. This place has changed a lot since you've last been here, pal. This place has changed a lot since you've last been here, pal, he said happily. This place has changed a lot since you've last been here, pal.
Close, but...
This place has changed a lot since you've last been here, pal, he said happily. This place has changed a lot since you've last been here, pal, he said happily. This place has changed a lot since you've last been here, pal. This place has changed a lot since you've last been here, pal.
It's gonna be like over the intercom for Grogu.
This place has changed a lot since you've last been here, pal.
Let's go there, move this over a little bit. Throw this over the intercom. And send it.
Report. Please state the purpose of your visit.
Notify Grief Karga that I have a surprise for him. This place has changed a lot since...
The lines are playing too close back to back. You did already say that in a way. So we'll change that.
What do you think of the new Navarro, he said happily. What do you think of the new Navarro, he said happily. What do you think of the new Navarro, he said happily. Oh, what do you think of the new Navarro? He said, what do you think of the new Navarro? What do you think of the new Navarro? What do you think of the new Navarro? He said What do you think of the new Navarro? He said happily. What do you think of the new Navarro? He said, what do you think of the new Navarro?
Almost, but not.
Oh.
Oh.
What do you think of the new Navarro?
What?
He said, more than, what do you think of the new Navarro? What do you think of the new Navarro? He said happily. What do you think of the new Navarro? He said happily. What do you think of the new Navarro? What do you think of the new Navarro? He said, what do you think of the new Navarro? What do you think of the new Navarro?
Come on.
What do you think of the new Navarro? What do you think of the new Navarro? He said happily. What do you think of the new Navarro? He said happily. What do you think of the new Navarro?
That was pretty good. Ba-ba. And I want to probably add a Grogu noise in there.
So did the geothermal springs.
What do you think of the new Navarro?
That's what I want. Something like that for Grogu. N1. 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 Where's my Grogu noises? There we are.
Knock one more time and I'll
It needs to be kind of like a closed mouth noise. No, none of these. Come on, where's like his little purrs? That one might work. Let's try that.
What do you think of the new Navarro?
There we go.
What do you think of the new Navarro?
A little fade out there, move it over. Give me a teeny tiny bit of reverb.
Of the new
Look at that. I think I pointed that out last time, didn't I? Yeah, this is where I was like, this is the most obvious green screen in the world. And then look at Grief's lips. I haven't edited. I haven't cut anything out of this. This is the original the original soundtrack.
Come.
Come on. It's so funny. Just I'm not hating on stuff, but like in the fan editing community, this is actually like a compliment. If you have something like this in your fan edit and you've got like an attentive person, they'll post all about that. Hey, you've got this like 3-second clip where your guy's moving his lips and no words are coming out. But then it's like that kind of stuff gets glossed over in the Disney releases all the time. I'm glad people will point it out, but sometimes they'll like I've had in my previous movies when I was doing my initial releases, people would like leave comments like, "Hey, you got a glitch in there," and then I'd like, "Oh, I do," and then I'd look at it and then I'd be like, "I don't remember working on that. What the heck did I look at my project files and then I go into Disney Plus and it's like, shoot, that's just in the show. Guess I gotta fix it now." Perfect chance for me to throw in my own dialogue. Eh? Alright, we need a Grogu! Grief. See how the expressive model does on this. This might be kind of psychotic. We'll check it out.
Grogu.
Whoa! See? I told you. Sometimes it goes wild. Well, he didn't even say the word.
Grogu. Grogu. Grogu.
That's a pretty good laugh. And I need a good name. A little name drop.
Grogu. Grogu.
Oh. Wow.
Grogu!
Dang. Imagine if I just threw that in.
Grogu. 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 Grogu.
Let's try this. It's cracking me up.
Grogu. Grogu. Grogu.
These are great.
Grog. How are you? Grogu. How are you?
What is this accent it's doing to him?
Grogu. How are you? Grow. How are you?
This is just atrocious. We might be going back to the normal model.
Grogu. How are Grogu? How are you? Grogu. How are you? Grogu. How are you?
It's like making him Russian.
Koshum. Oreo klabidasen. Grodo. How are you?
Alright, this is, yeah.
Uze. How are you?
Uze.
Grogu. Corn Hadera. How are you?
It's out of control. Alright, we'll try it manual.
Grogu. Grogu.
I might have to see if I can do voice changer and do it myself.
Grogu, he yelled excitedly. Grogu, he yelled excitedly. Grogu, he yelled excitedly. Grogu, he yelled excited. Grogu, he yelled excitedly.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard.
Grogu, he yelled
Because
excitedly.
I need him to, like, extend it.
Grogu, he yelled excitedly. Grogu, he yelled excitedly. Grogu, he yelled excitedly.
Alright, I just gotta get my Grief Karga voice on for this one, I think. Grogu!
Grogu!
No way.
Grogu! Grogu! Grogu!
That's pretty good for, like, the tone. It's not... It doesn't sound like Grief enough.
Grogu! Grogu!
Why does it do that? Haha! Grogu!
Haha! Grogu! Haha! Grogu!
Wow, my goodness. No. Why does it auto default? It's not my default. Default. Why would it always try and go to the freaking Oculus? Grogu.
Grogu!
Goodness, this is.
Grogu! Grogu! Grogu!
No. You bastard. Grogu.
Grogu!
Dang, it's not even getting close.
Grogu!
Oh, I'm crashing out with this. I cannot control it. Stop doing that. Grogu.
Grogu!
Dang. not even close. Man.
Grogu, he yelled loudly. 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 Grogu, he yelled loudly.
Anywhere close to what I need. I need like a loud, boisterous. This one is like my only chance. Happy yelling. Is that gonna? How bad is that gonna sound?
Oh, yeah! Howdy, Grogu! Grogu! How are you, buddy?
This is brutal.
Papa! Grow! Hey! How are you, buddy?
Oh man. Maybe just regular excited. I can't tell it to yell. That's wild.
Grogu, how are you, buddy? How are you, buddy?
How I don't understand how it just misses the words.
Grogu! Grogu! How are you, buddy?
Shoo.
Grow!
This is tough.
How are you, buddy?
I've never had to spend this long on one
How
word.
are you, buddy?
It's not.
Grogu! How are you, buddy? Rogu dak dak tak. How are you, buddy?
It's not even close. Not even remotely close.
Grogu! 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 Grogu!
Okay, that was the closest we've gotten.
Grogu!
It's not good, but that was.
Grogu! 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 Grogu!
That's the closest. It sounded like him, but it's not. It doesn't have the right. Like,
Grogu! 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 Grogu!
Ah.
Grogu! Grogu! Grogu!
How many exclamation points can I get in there?
Grogu. Grogu. Is it not? Grogu. Is it all? Grogu. 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 Grogu.
This is,
Grogu. Grogu.
does Grief say Grogu anywhere else in the Mandalorian that I can take this from? Because this is brutal. Where else does he say his name? Does he ever say his freaking name? Does he ever say Grogu? What episode is this? Season 3, episode 1. Let me see if I can just look through subtitles. It would have to be in season. There's nothing anywhere else. Not Book of Boba. He's not even in that. It's either going to be this one or... Was it that one? These are the only places he could possibly say it. Grogu. Grogu gurgles curiously. Nope. Grogu grunting, Grogu cooing, 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 cooing. Grogu. Come again? Oh, okay. Oh. Gosh dang. That's so annoying. He says it in the... Din says it in the office scene. Tells him his name. So it's probably not going to be there. Only Din says it in that first episode. And Grief doesn't even care. Grogu, come again. His name is Grogu. Oh, if you say so. That's lame. That's super lame. Alright. My last hope before I lose my mind with this. But Grogu is too young to operate heavy machinery. Does Din say that in this scene? Is that what it's trying to do? Does Grief never say the words Grogu? Ever in this show?
It's safer that way.
No way he's gonna say it in the right tone. I want you to.
He's too little to operate this.
No. But let's see if he fits. So what do you think?
They do nice work, I'll give them that, but Grogu is too young to operate heavy machinery.
Dang it. Babbling, stop, Grogu. No, you have to pay for those, and then you never see Grief again. Gosh dang, he doesn't say it in the entire show. Not once. Not a once. Wow. Wow. I have to get it here or I can't get it at all.
Grogu.
Okay, that one was not the worst thing I've ever heard, so could that actually work? Did I just get lucky after all that time?
Grogu.
If I lead like right into his laughing from that, I might have found a solution. No. Oh my gosh, why? I hate that.
Grogu.
hate when it does that.
Grogu! Ha 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 ha!
That's not bad. That's definitely the closest we have gotten so far.
Grogu! Ha 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 ha! Grogu! Ha 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 ha!
Okay, it's just got that little pause there that makes it sound odd. But I might be able to just get rid of that.
Grogu! Ha ha!
This is hard. This is hard.
Grogu! Ha 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 ha!
Okay, we're getting better. It's starting to work.
Grogu! Ha 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 ha!
What does he say here?
Grogu! Ha 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 ha!
There we go. Okay, I'll touch it up later, but that gives me the model I need. Would you look at this reunion?
Would you look at this reunion? Would you look at this reunion? Would you look at this reunion? He said happily. Would you look at this reunion? Would you look at this reunion? He said happily. Would you look at this reunion? He said happily. Would you look at this reunion? He said happily. Would you look at this reunion? He said happily. Would you look at this reunion? He said happily. Would you look at this reunion? He said happily.
I need him to be like boisterous.
Would you look at this reunion? He said happily.
Oh boy, here we go again. It does really good on the neutral grief lines, but the boisterous ones, it struggles with for sure.
Would you look at this reunion? Would you look at this reunion?
Oh.
Would you look at this reunion? 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 Would you look at this reunion?
Come on, come on.
Would you look at this reunion?
Just nowhere close with it. Try this. Haha! Would you look at this reunion?
Would you look at this reunion?
I will never not hit that the first time. So annoying. Would you look at this reunion?
Would you look at this reunion? Would you look at this reunion? Would you look at this reunion? Would you look at this reunion?
Would you look at this reunion? What does that mean? Okay, that one's busted. Would you look at this reunion?
Would you look at this reunion?
Need more excitement. Would you look at this reunion?
Would you look at this reunion? Would you look at this reunion?
It doesn't sound like it. Oh, shoot. I should have left that one. I had similarity on bottom. Would you look at this reunion?
Would you look at this reunion? Would you look at this reunion?
Not terrible. He doesn't sound happy enough.
Would you look at this reunion? Would you look at this reunion?
Would you look at this reunion?
Would you look at this reunion? Would you look at this reunion?
Why? Can I, like, ban certain microphones from this website? It's freaking me out, bro. This. Yes. Oh? Is it in here somewhere? Did I do it already? Is that all I needed to do? Is it going to default to that now? Nope! Nope! Ugh. Haha! Would you look at this reunion?
Haha! Would you look at this reunion? Would you look at this reunion? Would you look at this reunion? Haha! Would you look at this reunion?
How's it been going? I joined at the start and had to go rescue your wife from car troubles. Ooh, hope it's okay. Car repairs they always come at the worst possible time. Like when an AC Bagel stream is starting. And when you're also at the worst of your financial lows in your entire life. But especially when an AC Bagel stream is starting.
Haha! Would you look at this reunion?
It's been going not the best. How deep am I into this stream? I'm an hour deep and I'm still trying to get the grief cargo lines I need. Haha! Would you look at this reunion?
Haha! Would you look at this reunion?
Would you look at this reunion?
Would you look at this reunion?
Man, it just doesn't...
Would you look at this
It
reunion?
just sounds nothing like him. Would you look at this reunion?
Would you look at this reunion?
I got a hope on that one. Dang, I usually don't have this much trouble with grief.
Would you look at this reunion? Would you look at this reunion?
All home car repaired.
Would you look at this reunion? Would you look at this reunion?
Look at this reunion.
Look at this reunion.
Okay, that was better.
Look at this reunion. Look at this reunion.
That was the closest we've gotten. Look at this reunion. Oh, and there's that glitch again. Look at this reunion.
Look at this reunion. Look at this reunion.
Okay, it's getting closer. Look at this reunion. Why? What is this glitch? The content of your request has changed, therefore we cannot regenerate. I'm trying to regenerate. I'm trying to generate for the first time. Look at this reunion.
Look at this reunion. Look at this reunion. Look at this reunion. Look at this reunion.
Look at this reunion.
Look at this reunion. Look at this reunion.
That might work. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it. This is what I have so far.
Grogu!
That's where I'll go. Look at this reunion.
Grogu!
Oh, nope. That was the wrong voice line. Alright, let's give her a shot.
Look at this reunion. Grogu! Look at this reunion.
Magistrate Karga.
There we go. I had to touch up the sound on that one. I might pitch shift these just a wee bit. Just a one.
Grogu!
Dang, that sounded a little too deep, actually.
Grogu!
No, that still sounds too deep.
Grogu!
What is this glitch? I hate this thing. I hate that. Look, why can't I do it one frame? You either do it like 100 frames or no frames. Why? Tell me why. Okay, let's turn off these pitch shift. Let's try going like 99%. Let it auto do it.
Grogu! Look at this reunion. Look at this reunion.
There we go, okay. Getting pretty close on that.
Look at this reunion.
It's Reunion that doesn't sound right. Maybe look at those two. I think that sounds close now. Was that a previous take?
Look at this reunion.
So Din's then gonna go. Like, the old crew's back together.
The old crew is back together.
Ah! Dude, I pulled this up at the beginning of the stream. I had this on 53. I showed it to the world. There is no controlling the audio settings on this computer. It does what it wants, when it wants. I've looked through every setting on how to stop letting something affect this. What is doing that? Hello, hello, am I still even here? This is a disaster. Look, it's off. Nothing should be able to take control of this device. Nothing. There's like no other settings that I can stop things from doing this. Turn you off. Turn everything else off. Oi, oi, oi. Yeah, the 11, freaking 11 labs. Let me test this. Okay, look at that. I've got my defaults. Don't you dare touch my mic. Look, it took it down to 48. Is it what? How? Now it's the same. Somebody help me. Somebody help me. Losing my mind. Just gonna do every single voice I have in here. I'm crashing out. Oh, that's Boba Fett. That's not. We're done now. Oh, okay. What's it at? 53. 53. I'm paranoid. I'm so freaking paranoid now. Okay, I need Din to say this.
The old crew is back together. The old crew is back together.
Let's try this one.
The old crew is back together. The old crew is back together.
I hate how it does that. You have to always throw a word after because it will never cease to cut off the ending of the last word.
The old crew is back together. The old crew is back together. Woohoo. The old crew is back. The old crew is back together. Woohoo. The old crew is back. The old crew is back together! Exclamation point. Woo-hoo. Happy. The old crew is back together. The old crew is back together. Woohoo.
This has
The
been
old crew is back together. The old crew is back together. Woohoo.
this has been the worst night of AI voice lines I have ever had. It's just been
Heavy fungus place. The old crew is back together.
What is that?
Heavy fungus place. Heavy fungus place. Heavy fungus place.
Heavy fungus place?
The old crew is back together. Woohoo.
Alright, we're going old school. He yelled happily.
The old crew is back together, he yelled happily. The old crew is back together. He yelled. The old crew is back together, he yelled happily. The old crew is back together. Naoko-san, the old crew is back together, he yelled happily.
Heavy fungus place. Oh, well, there's so many jokes I could make with that, and I am gonna be very mature right now and definitely not make a your mom joke on that one.
Asin, the old crew is back together, he yelled happily. The old crew is back together, he yelled happily. The old crew is back together, he yelled happily. The old crew is back together, he yelled happily. The old crew is back together, he yelled happily. The old crew is back together, he yelled happily. The old crew is back together, he yelled happily. The old crew is back together. The old crew is back together, he yelled. The old crew is back together. The old crew is back together? The old crew is back together, he yelled happily. The old crew is back together, he yelled. The old crew is back together. The old crew is back together, he yelled happily. The old crew is back together. The old crew is back together.
That one's not bad. Might that work? We'll test it live. Oh, we'll double download it first. Because of course, there's delays in the download button. Freaking 11 Labs is out of control tonight.
Look at this reunion.
Oh, he's supposed to say it like there.
He yelled happily.
He yelled happily. We just didn't start talking. Like here.
The old crew is back together.
And I gotta fix this. That's so annoying. I loathe that. Throw another grief laugh in here.
The old crew is back together.
Good. Then I want grief to say, like, I'm very pleased to see you both.
I'm very pleased to see you both.
Oh.
I'm very pleased to see you both.
That sounded like him, and a little too somber.
I'm very pleased to see you both. I'm very pleased to see you both. I'm very pleased to see you both.
That might work. Get a little good emphasis on you both. I can cover up this little lip thing that they did.
I'm very pleased to see you both.
Come.
I can't believe that they got away with this. I have no choice. Look how much he's just like talking nonstop, and they didn't. And then they had the gall to throw a cum in there. No jokes allowed on that one. But look.
Come.
That's so crazy that they got away with that. They mute that whole line.
Pleased to see you both.
I've got to like extend this line, I think, because he's just talking this whole thing.
I'm very pleased to see you both.
Okay. A gift for the little one in my office.
I have a gift for the little one in my office. I have a gift for the little one in my office.
He yelled happily.
I have a gift for the little one in my office. He yelled happily. I have a gift for the little one in my office. He yelled happily. I have a gift for the little one in my office. He yelled happily. I have a gift for the little one in my office. I have a gift for the little one in my office.
Why is it doing
He
that
yelled
like
happily.
hitting noise?
I have a gift for the little one in my office. He yelled happily. I have a gift for the little one in my office. He yelled happily. I have a gift for the little one in my office. He yelled happily. I have a gift for the little one in my office. He yelled happily.
It's like
I have a gift for the little one in my office. He yelled happily.
doesn't. It's,
I have a gift for the little one in my office. He yelled happily.
it's like making his words too choppy. Yeah, I have a smack. Yeah, well, it's like he's hitting the microphone on recording these lines for me. I could try that. I'm very pleased to see you both together again.
I'm very pleased to see you both together again when he yelled happily.
Oh.
I'm very pleased to see you both together again. He yelled happily. I'm very pleased to see you both together again. I'm very pleased to see you both together again. I'm very pleased to see you both together again. He yelled happily.
Dude, 11 labs. What is up with tonight? Usually I fly through these.
I'm very pleased to see you both together again. He yelled happily.
Nothing like it.
I'm very pleased to see you both together again. He yelled happily. I'm very pleased to see you both together again. He yelled happily. I'm very pleased to see you both together again. He yelled happily. But I'm very pleased to see you both together again. No, he yelled happily. I'm very pleased to see you both together again. He yelled happily.
What is that accent it keeps throwing on him?
I'm very pleased to see you both together again. He yelled happily. I'm very pleased to see you both together again. He yelled happily. I'm very pleased to see you both together again. He yelled happily. I'm very pleased to see you both together again. He yelled happily.
This is brutal.
I'm very pleased to see you both together again. He yelled happily.
What was that? That's like a pirate.
I'm very pleased to see you both together again.
It's like a pirate accent.
I'm very pleased to see you both together again. He yelled happily. I'm very pleased to see you both together again. He yelled happily. I'm very pleased to see you both together again. He yelled happily.
Oi, I'm very pleased to see you both together
I'm
again.
very pleased to see you both together again. He yelled happily. I'm very pleased to see you both together again. I'm very pleased to see you both together again. He yelled happily. I'm very pleased to see you both together again.
It's not getting the tone at all. And this one has not done. I don't even know. I'm trying this. This one has no idea how to do grief. This V3 model.
I'm very pleased to see you both together again.
Yes, that's Grief Karga. 11 Labs, that's what Grief Karga sounds like.
I'm very pleased to see you both together again. I'm very pleased to see you both together again. I'm very pleased to see you both together again.
This night is so cursed.
I'm very pleased to see you both together again. I'm very pleased to see...
That's the one.
I'm very pleased to see you both together again. I'm very pleased to see you both together. I'm very pleased to see you both together again.
This one's just, this model is nowhere close. And you don't get any
I'm
other,
very pleased to see you both together again.
you don't get any, like, settings with this one, because it's an alpha model.
I'm very pleased to see you both together again.
So it's this one. Let's try, like, quite slow. Like this.
I'm very pleased to see you both together again. I'm very pleased to see you both together again. I'm very pleased to see you both together again.
I need him to sound cheerful, though. Like, the only times it sounds like him is when he's, like, dead serious.
I'm very pleased to see you both together again, he said cheerfully.
If I make him happy, he just gets this thick, falutin British accent. Oh, man.
I'm very pleased to see you both together again, he said cheerfully. I'm very pleased to see you both together again, he said cheerfully.
Crazy. I'm very pleased to see you both together again.
I'm very pleased to see you both together again.
I'm very pleased to see you both together again.
I'm very pleased to see you both together again.
Throw some caps in there. I'm very pleased to see you both. Might convey the right emotion if I'm lucky. I am not lucky tonight, I can tell you that much.
I'm very pleased to see you both together again, he said cheerfully. I'm very pleased to see you both together again, he said cheerfully.
Together again!
I'm very pleased to see you both together again, he said cheerfully. I'm very pleased to see you both together again.
I mean, that's... It didn't do that weird accent.
I'm very pleased to see you both together again, he said cheerfully. I'm very pleased to see you both together again, he said cheerfully.
Alright, kill the he said cheerfully. Cheerfully makes him British.
I'm very pleased to see you both together again.
Well, without it, now he's
I'm
Russian.
very pleased to see you both together again. I'm very pleased to see you both together again. I'm very pleased to see you both together again. I'm very pleased to see you both together again. I'm very pleased to see you both together again.
That one was pretty good. That one sounds like a little bit genuine. Whew. Phew, boy.
I'm very pleased to see you both together again.
That might work.
Back together.
I'm very pleased to see you both together again.
Let's catch up on old times. Let's catch up on old times. Let's catch...
Alright. Okay, let's do a pass on that.
Grogu! Grogu!
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What did I just catch? Did I just find the hidden line in here? How did I do that? Hold on. I'm hearing something in the background. Is this the line that they, like, tried to remove?
How much for two?
How much for two?
How much for two? How much for two?
How much for two of them? Who's saying that? Is that Grief or just like a background person that got caught up in the mic?
How much for two?
That's interesting.
Come. Come. How much for two?
Their audio file is a mess here. I'm just curious, like, what they felt the need to cut out.
I'm very pleased to see you together again.
Interesting.
You both together again.
Let's catch up on old times.
Ooh, he's loud. That was exhausting. I just did that, especially because Din's already been here and seen the new place.
Catch up on old times.
Grief's just talking up a storm here.
The people of Navarro appreciate all you've done, Mando. And that goes for you too, Din
Grogu. Oi. They don't need to, like, shake hands again here. Now that I'm looking at it, that's, like, a little redundant.
And that goes for you too, Din Grogu.
And I have a gift for you as well.
Okay, so he doesn't need to say any of that. I can kill all of this. So I want him to say, this is where I want Grief to say he's got a gift for Grogu up in his office, basically. I need to write, like, I do think I... I wonder how that will sound. Then this... Because that's when they start looking at the new Marshall guy. I don't need any of this. I don't have anything I can use here, I don't think. No, and then it cuts to the end of the show. So I need to get him from, like, here to the office. And here's what I need to do. So I want Din to be looking like... I don't want him to look away. That doesn't feel right if Grief is telling him to come up to the office. So here's what you do. You get super lazy. You throw one of these. You get a crop on one of them. let's just throw that on there so I can tell them apart. Crop right. You do this. And you throw this in reverse. Unopacity that. Now, as long as there's like no arm crossover here, I might need to move it a little bit. Yeah, because I'm getting that. So I need this crop to come over a little bit more. There we go, right in the middle. Ah! So he's wiggling in there. And then what you do is you get even lazier. You zoom in like 20 on both. And you just get rid of that glitch. Now does it happen under the... I might need to move them down. So you go 1, 2, 3, 7. 1, 2, 3, 7. There we go. Now Din looks at Grief instead of away from Grief. Why am I getting... Okay, that's only in the playback. There's weird glitches in Premiere. That, like, when it exports, that line will be gone. Because when you see when the frame pauses, it's gone. It's just like the playback inside of... See? Gone. I've had things like that before, and then I'm like, what in the world? And then I just export it, and it's just not there. It's just a playback thing. Infinite possibilities. What's up? You've missed a wonderful stream tonight so far. If you love 11 Labs errors, you can watch the last 90 minutes of the stream. Big fan of 11 Labs errors. Tell all your friends. This is going to be your favorite stream of all time. You don't shake your friend's hands like 5 times. You know? Can't say I do. I'm a one and done kind of guy. Don't hate me for it. I'll come up with my grief lines there later. I need to just like chill out on this 11 Labs grief right now. The ceiling is what's up. Classic. You got me. When I was like in middle school, people would ask me, what's up? And I would always say, a movie. And they'd be like, a movie? You're watching a movie? And I'd be like, no, you asked me what's up, and it's that Pixar movie. I thought I was just like the funniest person on earth for that. I miss my calling as a comedian, obviously. Okay. I'm quite pleased for the direction where this is going. Okay, so we'll throw in some, like a marker. Throw in some grief lines right there. Redo the dialogue. I gotta write just like this whole 30-second chunk. And my brain is not in writing form right now after that 11 Labs journey. So that looks good. He'll tell him to come join me in my office. I have a gift for the little one, type of thing. Then Bloom. Here we go. Then Bloom, we will be in the office. Oh, she large. Okay, we'll get to the office. Dun, dun. Oh, I got all my Grogu noises here.
What did you do to IG-11?
No, that's IG.
That would actually be a good noise for Grogu to make, actually.
What did you do to IG-11?
Every time you made that joke. I was saying Up was out when I was in middle school. My age? Dang. When did Up come out? Let's see how old I was. 2009. Yeah? Yeah, I was in middle school. Was I even in was I in elementary school? Wait a second. That would have been like right as I was starting middle school. If it came out in May. Yeah. For some for some reason I hated this movie when I was a kid. Hated it. And now like when I watch it with my kids, I'm like, this movie's freaking great. What movies are you guys excited to see that are coming out soon? Is there anything? I need to watch this. I want to watch like the whole 28 trilogy. I've only seen the first one. I'm interested in that. I've heard Mobland is really good. These are some of the things on my watch list that I do want to see that I haven't yet. Attack on Titan, Mindhunter, Oppenheimer, John Wick. I've never seen any of the John Wicks. I just threw that in there as like all of them. Arcane, Dune, Tenet, The Expanse, The Vinland Saga. I've never seen Avatar. Isn't that sad? I never saw the second one of this. I got all these on there too. A couple Twilight Zone episodes I want to see. Some like the really highly rated ones I never watched. I've seen Planet Earth. Take that off. Oz. I don't even remember adding that. What is Oz? This is dang. It's like a classic. You were 6 when Up came out. Dang. 6. I'm not even a whole decade older than you. Yeah, middle school for you too? Heck yeah. 90s, early 2000s was just... late 90s into the early 2000s was just prime life. 2005 through 2008 is probably my favorite time of my life. I was homeschooled during that time, so it was wonderful. Absolutely wonderful how much I could just read. That's where I just devoured like the entire EU when I was that age. My mom would be like, you have to go outside. I'd go outside with like tweezers This is going to make me sound like a serial killer or something. I promise I'm not. I was just a comic nerd growing up, okay? I played sports too. I did it all. I was like a nerdy jock. And when my mom made me go outside, I just wasn't like an outdoorsy kid growing up. I wanted to be in my bed reading comics and playing Knights of the Old Republic. What can I say? You're going to fault me for that? And so I'm like scared to tell this. It is going to make you seem like a psycho. But I would walk around with tweezers and I'd grab other bugs and I'd find a spider web that had a spider in it, and I'd drag them over there and throw it in the web and just watch it eat them. That was how I entertained myself outdoors when my mom forced me to go out. I remember just like praise the Lord every time it started raining so I didn't have to go outside again. Okay, I got over it. I was in the Army. I was outside for like 3 years straight. I'm still an indoors guy. Okay, I like the indoors better. What can I say? Give the Spidey a snack. I still need to see the new Karate Kid. I heard it wasn't good. Let me know though. Mission Impossible. I heard that also was not good. How to Train Your Dragon. I am probably gonna take my daughter to go see that. Superman and Fantastic Four are the priorities. Spider-Man if the bug bite made him a creep. He just takes humans and feeds them to spiders. Not sure how you feel about... I gave up on Jurassic, man. I lost hope. I lost hope on that whole series. Superman and Fantastic Four... Between them, I would say I am more excited for Superman. But I was never... I watched, like, the original Fantastic Four movie, and, you know, that wasn't ever that great. Not like... I didn't watch, like, the old stuff, but... Whatever, like, the early 2000s one was. And I never really, like... played games or read comics with the Fantastic Four in them. So I never like bonded with that squad. I wasn't ever like a huge Marvel guy. I was like a casual fan. I would say I like DC a little better. Not really in the modern era, but just like growing up with the Batman cartoon in the 90s and stuff. I did love the old Spider-Man cartoons in like the 80s and 90s. Those were phenomenal too. Mary Jane! She gets like sucked through that portal from Goblin. Those were great. And then I played... I had some Marvel games. I had that Marvel Ultimate Alliance. That game was freaking sick. Bunch of Batman games. So... Mostly Star Wars, though. And then I discovered Mass Effect in high school. 9th, 10th grade. That's when I started playing that. I think Mass Effect 3 came out in 2012. And then I just, like, between that Star Wars and Mass Effect, I was just like, man, I'm just a sci-fi guy through and through. I like Lord of the Rings. I've grown to like Lord of the Rings as I've gotten older. I never really liked it growing up that much. I never really got into fantasy anything. Sci-fi boy. No different than feeding a pet spider. I suppose context makes it creepy versus creepy but acceptable. Okay, it kind of was like a pet spider because it was in like in our like front garden area in the same bush. There was like one of those funnel web spiders. And so it like had a web that was like built into some of the leaves and like connected into the dirt. That thing was my bro. It probably died because I made it think it never had to hunt again, and then it like rained for a week or something and I didn't go outside. Mass Effect was so good. I'm sad I killed it. Mass Effect was phenomenal. I have like no connection really with the Andromeda game. That was such a bust. Fun gameplay. The setting could have been cool. I mean, it was just like kind of shallow story, I thought. I didn't really bond with any of the characters. But also it was like, I mean, Mass Effect 1 was better than Andromeda. But if that's all you had to go on was Mass Effect 1, nobody would have bonded with the characters in the way you did with the whole trilogy. But yeah, EA crapped the bed with Andromeda. They messed up the DLC, released it as a book, tried to go for all the weird multiplayer and all, and then moved all the money over to Anthem, which I never got. I was the biggest BioWare stan you could ever imagine. Coming from Baldur's Gate to Knights of the Old Republic to Mass Effect. I mean, they were on fire, and then they sold out to EA, and EA just strung them along in that. Dragon Age. I was a huge Dragon Age Origins fan. That was like the only thing that got me into fantasy was BioWare and Dragon Age. I loved the first one. Absolutely loved the first one. The second one is like not good. That game is very unfinished. I enjoyed some of the characters, but very unfinished game. And then Inquisition was like kind of cool. Most boring gameplay, I thought. Kind of empty worlds. And then I did play Veilguard. I did. It was not good. It was like actually. I'm just gonna get depressed talking about the downfall of BioWare. Right now, I am playing through Divinity: Original Sin 2 when I get time. That's my story game. I like to have a story game, a casual game, and a multiplayer game. So right now for my story solo game, rocking Divinity 2. I beat Divinity 1 probably earlier in the year. January, maybe. And then, like, my casual game right now is Monster Train 2. Roguelite deck builder. You know, kids are running around in the basement. I can't focus on anything, like, story-wise. Throw on some Monster Train. And then multiplayer, reluctantly playing Warzone with some friends. Freaking COD. I never grew up playing FPS games, so I suck. But, you know. Are they making another Mass Effect? They are. Yeah, they definitely are. And it seems good. Like they're actually bringing back some of the old staff and everything. There's a massive rivalry inside of BioWare between like the Dragon Age team and the Mass Effect team, because they like both vie for resources. But Veilguard was such an extreme flop. I don't know if we'll ever see another Dragon Age game again. They lost so much money with that game. Look at the sales numbers; they were atrocious. They said they like didn't even meet 50% of their sales goals for that game. That game crashed and burned so bad. And, dude, EA marketed that thing like trash. I think the devs did a poor job with some of the overall design of the story and such. But, like, as soon as they released, they went for that, like, stylized cartoonism for, like, the character designs. And they released, like, the cringiest trailer ever to announce the game. It looked like a mobile game. Genuinely one of the worst video game trailers I have ever seen. Everyone was just trashing that game as soon as that trailer came out, which is sad. Some of the Dragon Age, like, books and comics are actually good, too. So I would still say I had fun with Veilguard. It's like a 6 out of 10 game, though. I did enjoy it, though. I liked the character I made a lot. It's cool going through Tevinter and all, but... Superheroes can technically be considered sci-fi. This is true. Yeah, there's a lot of sci-fi genres, or sci-fi like elements in some of the superhero stories. 3 killed it for you? Really? Okay. If you are a console player of Mass Effect, you have never lived. The modding scene with Mass Effect is unbelievably good. Absolutely crazy how amazing the modding scene is for all 3 games. And especially for 3. 3 is by far and away my favorite game in the trilogy. There's fixes for the ending. There's so much more content. Everything's restored. The modding scene is nuts. Playing the crap out of Mario Kart. Kart racer kind of guy. Cool. I never grew up with like anything Nintendo. Nothing. Never had a Game Boy, never had a GameCube. So I missed out on like a bunch of my friends growing up. All grew up with Nintendo. Big Mario, Super Smash Bros. Guys. I never had any of it. I was like, I had... I think I've shown the clip before, but like me playing Rogue Squadron on the PC on like a floppy disk. And I was a PC gamer by 5 years old. And I got an Xbox when I was like the original one. When that was that 2005 when that came out. So I've always just been like a Microsoft, Android. Never had an iPhone. It's been my journey. Alright. I was about to say I made it earlier in the stream. I was like 2 hours in. I was like, man, I haven't done a single rant. I'm growing as a man. Well, just proved myself wrong. PC, but this is back before the mods are out for it to fix things. Okay. Yeah, if you gotta play Legendary Edition with mods, it'll change your life again. Love me some Nintendo 64, childhood console, cool. Then a Wii. Nice. Dark Forces series for PC, heck yeah. I never played Dark Forces 2, I believe. Growing up, how many? I never played the Terrace Kasi. I never played that one either. Was there like 6 Dark Forces games? I think 5. There's 5 or 6, and I know I didn't play like the fighter one, and then I feel like I never. I went right from 1 to Jedi Outcast, which is 3, I think, right? I played it when I got older, but I mean like growing up. Okay. Going through the grief stuff, blah, blah, blah. Getting here. I wanted to put a Grogu noise in. That's where I was. Does it show Grogu when that thing first walks in? Yeah, that would be a good place for that noise. Because he like drops his snacks. There we go. That looks like it fits. Nice.
What did you do to IG-11?
Oh, no, that's IG-12 now. Do you like him?
Do I like him?
Don't worry, he's safe.
You're sure?
Well, the Anzellan stripped IG down to his base motor functions. They removed his memory circuit.
The pilot provides cognition.
Yes.
This is all fine?
Think of it this way. It's more like a vehicle. It's safer that way.
I do want to get rid of, like, Din's doubting of Grogu. I want him to, like, respect Grogu's journey and that he's, like, a little bit bigger. He's like, oh, no, you can't operate machinery.
Bad baby. No, it's crazy.
Well, he's too little to operate this.
No. But let's see if he fits.
Yeah, like, I don't think...
Well, he's too little to operate this.
No.
Like, dude, you've seen Grogu do a lot. Alright? I think he can sit in a little thing and not get hurt.
But let's see if he fits.
So maybe just cut out like that.
No, it's crazy.
There we go. Now he's like, makes that noise with the little Anzellan, which is good.
So what do you think?
They do nice work, I'll give them that, but Grogu is too young.
Yeah, that's so annoying how he does that. I'll give them that. Okay.
Grogu is too young to operate heavy machinery.
Oh yeah, yeah. Bad baby, no squeezy. Because he wasn't there for the original one, I guess.
No, it's crazy.
It's still just like Anzellan weirdness. I don't really have a problem with it staying in there, even though it's not a callback anymore.
Bad baby.
Like these things are little turds. Maybe the no squeezy doesn't really.
No, it's crazy.
Those noises. I can get rid of the no squeezy, I think. You can call him a bad baby though, and then like grumble away.
Bad baby.
Oh, it's all in the background too. I'd have to kill the whole room noise and replace the entire room noise.
Baby.
I could just cut here, I guess. And then go to Din Sai.
Bad baby.
There you go. Oh, Infinite. Yes, I've heard that. He literally... Where is that? Was it right there? Was it what I just cut? I listened to that super close before. It is. This is hilarious. Listen to this. I'm out, mother. I've seen people talk about that before, and I did listen to that once. I was like, oh, I can hear it. Oh, I've lost. Where's the change history I had it built? Okay. Let's redo it. Whoa. Oh my gosh. It's worth it's worth the no squeezy to keep that. Bad baby. Bad baby. I'm out.
Well, he's still...
Listen to that.
Bad baby.
Well, he's still listening.
I wasn't even listening to the whole thing earlier.
Well, he's still afraid.
That yeah, I'm absolutely leaving that in. And I'm volume boosting it so everybody can hear it more clearly.
Bad baby.
Well,
Where's his freaking sigh? Where's the din sigh? Where did that? Oh my gosh, I'm lost.
No. Let's see if he fits.
There we go. There's 4 Dark Forces games. 1, 2, Outcast, and Jedi Academy. Kind of a step down compared to the other 3. Yeah, I'd say Outcast is the best, but I had the most fun with Academy. I thought it was a very replayable game. Just with like, I would play it, you know, one time you play it as a dude dual wielding as a Keldor. Next time you play it, female Twi'lek, double bladed lightsaber. Different lightsaber colors, the 3 different like attack speeds. I played that campaign so many times just because you could. The combat was so good. I would still say it's the best lightsaber combat in any game ever. And it was just very replayable because of that. I swear there is 5 games. Mysteries of the Sith. That's right. Well, that... Oh, that's... Wait, where's the Terrace... What's the Terrace Kasi one called? Is that not in the Jedi Knight series? What was Mysteries of the Sith again? That's just the expansion pack. Okay. What's the Star Wars... I thought that was Masters of Terrace Kasi. I thought that was like part of the Dark Forces, but I guess that was its own independent game. Yeah, that's totally separate. A lot of people say this was like one of the worst Star Wars games to come out. Who made that? It's just solo LucasArts, dang. Hey, they tried something. Didn't work, but they tried. So okay, that's... I was thinking Mysteries of the Sith was its own game, too, not just attached to it, too. Heck yeah. Have you guys seen the interview of this actor that has been out on YouTube? It's so wonderful. Him as an old man talking about it. Dude is such a fan. It's amazing. Oh yeah, Mystery, you guys are talking about it. I'm just way behind. Dark Forces 2 expansion, that's its own game. Okay. Good. Okay, so we got all this, and I think this scene is how I want now.
Bad baby.
Well,
I gotta get rid of this well. Where's that well coming from? Wait, what? Where am I hearing that?
well,
Oh, it's like attached to the... I gotta like quick fade that out so you don't hear as well. Oh, that didn't stick.
Bad baby.
Dude, some sound guy just had a field day with that and just snuck that in there, I guarantee it.
Bad baby.
So what do you think?
they do nice work, I'll give them that, but Grogu is too young to operate heavy machinery. Maybe when he's old.
Okay, and then I was gonna cut from here. We're not gonna have Din the Doubter.
Grogu is too young to operate heavy machinery. Maybe when he's older.
I think you could say like maybe when he's older and then get cut off. As if he was gonna say something else about when he's older.
They do nice work, I'll give them that. Maybe when he's older.
Hold on. I think I can carry this scene.
Give them that. Maybe when he's older.
No.
What do you mean, no?
No.
There we go.
I think he's saying he's old enough to operate it.
Yes.
Get him out of there.
No.
No, at least let him try it out in my office.
Yes.
No, this is not a good idea. Come on.
See, now it comes across as like Din is annoyed at Grogu's words rather than just like scared he's too small to be in there. Which I like that a lot. Like he's just getting annoyed that Grogu can say no to him now. Which every parent, when your kid first starts saying no to you, you go through that same thing. So I like that as a parent. What interview? Clip me and send me Din's well over it. I should be able to separate if you want the full. I think I got enough of the... I'm out. Mandalore Nudrar. It's a mood. Yeah, let me pull up this interview so you guys know what to look up. It's so good. Being
I really went
Kyle
into this
Katarn. Just look that up. Being Kyle Katarn.
blind. We all did.
It's
Literally
short.
interacting with
Just
things
this
that hadn't
clip,
even been created yet. Even stuff sometimes that almost like recording music, you know,
Look at
where
'em
you
now.
just record the musicians doing their part in different places, and that people want me to say, "Hey, did you know who Kyle Katarn is?" And they're like, "Yeah, well, everyone." And then they'll point at me and go, "He's Kyle Katarn." And then they look at me and peel back the layers, you know, and then they're like, "Oh my God, you really are Kyle Katarn." That's just awesome.
I love that.
Finger on something that they may not realize would have a really great return for them if they could figure out a way to convert that storyline. Because there's a lot of people looking back on it now, and of course, great return for them if they could figure out a way to convert that storyline. Because there's a lot of people out there that are really interested in it.
Yes. Yes, sir. Bring back Kyle Katarn.
Got a lot of attention.
There's like a bunch of different clips of him from this interview. I haven't found
So
like the
people
full
ask
thing.
me, you know, if Disney were to approach me and they wanted to resurrect this character and have me do a cameo or something, you know, would I be interested? Well, obviously, of course I would. I think that, again, I'd be humbled and really think that's just it'd just be a guess, you know.
So it's cool. I love it. You can see he has that. When you listen to the whole thing, he's
to
got
have
that
a purple light.
that reverence for Star Wars, that he like knows how much these games meant to people. Heck yeah. Special team was behind all this. And he talks about like the
Still
remakes.
play
Like,
the game to this day, and because
like
of
the mods
technology
people
and the
made.
ability, they do their own modifications and have sped up the graphics and tightened things up and just made things look smoother and more polished on their own. It's just amazing.
so yeah, there's like Dark Forces 2 remakes from. I don't know if they've finished the whole game yet, but it's cool. Being Kyle Katarn. New drawer. No way, absolutely not, never in a million years, not on your life. Emphatic disagreement and double negatives. Mandalore. New drawer. Yeah, I'm happy for that dude. He seems happy. Alright, let's finish the scene and I'll go to bed.
I think he's saying he's old enough to operate it.
Yes. Get him out of there.
No. No, at least let him try it out in my office.
Yeah.
I think it'll help sell that idea if I remove this from Din. And just have get him out of there, because then it comes off as he's not responding to Grief saying he's old enough. Now Din is just like annoyed that Grogu's talking back.
Operate it.
Yes. Get him out of there. No.
I think I gotta cut this. So there's not so much dead space.
Enough to operate it.
Yes. Get him out of there. No.
No, at least let him try it out in my office.
Yes. No, this is not a good idea. Come on. Hey.
Oh, yeah.
Would you look at that?
I miss Carl Weathers, man.
Yes, what? Yes. 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 Yes.
There you go. If you remember, I already worked on that transition. Because the original one is
Yes.
terrible.
Yes. 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 Yes.
I was gonna fix something here, I remember.
Yes. 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 Yes.
I know I wanted to do work on these transitions here.
What are you doing? Stop. Grogu.
It's just a menace.
No.
What was I doing here? Why did I... I can't remember why I did that.
Yes. Yes.
Why did I do this? That one doesn't look necessary. I cannot remember why I did that camera movement. That must just be a remnant from something else. Let me delete these. And then let's try that.
Yes, 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 yes.
Gotta time up those yeses. There's like an overlapping one.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Let's try that.
Yes, 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 yes.
I need to add a din line there too. He's just too quiet. I gotta think of some like snarky in character din comment to make back to Grogu on this. Try and think of something funny I can add there.
What are you doing? Stop. Grogu. No. You have to pay for those.
Wampa.
No.
Yes.
Hey, Grogu.
No.
Give it.
No.
Grogu, give it back. Here. This isn't working for me.
And then I was gonna do something. I know I was talking about this transition. So what I'm thinking. I want Grogu to like look back down at this dude's food stand and then see like a little flame broiled skillet down there with some alien looking food, and just have Grogu like staring at his next meal, and then do that transit. I talked about this with the other one. Then do this transition to this piece of meat. I think that would just be a smooth transition. I just hate when they do these wipes out of nowhere. There's like super fast wipes where you can... I mentioned before, like this whole scene is just thrown in there as a comedic bit. It's like a 40-second scene. So it's like they did a wipe here. They wiped, so I deleted their first wipe to do that. But they go wipe, 40 seconds, wipe. And I hate when they do that. The yes what sells that idea perfectly. Cool, cool, cool. Ollie Stafford. Ow. Yo what? Thanks for joining. I would love to know what you'll... Thanks for dropping by. So then we're here. And, oh shoot, this is where I'm just gonna have to make Bo-Katan react to Grogu for the first time ever in The Mandalorian Season 3, which Disney just decided not to film. So these guys are beefing.
Mandalorians. It is time to retake our homeworld.
Type something by accident. Speak your
Even
mind.
though the planet is not cursed,
Say it with your
there
chest.
are still dangers.
This speech is so bad, too.
Dormant species have been awakened from the bombings. The remaining magnetic interference has made it impossible to scan the surface from above atmosphere.
I have always
Which is why I'm
hated
proposing
this
that we
speech.
leave Navarro and move the fleet into orbit above Mandalore. We send down a small recon party.
This speech is
We'll
trash.
scout the surface, find out what remains of the Great Forge, and establish a safe perimeter. Only then will we bring down the others.
I gotta rework this whole scene. That's so
I need
pointless.
volunteers from both tribes.
I will go. Grogu as well.
I was even talking about moving this whole thing. I will go, I will go, I will go. La, 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 la. It's not good. I don't like anything about that scene. I was thinking maybe I go here instead of that one.
They intercepted any ships they saw leaving. They took no prisoners. They bombed every surface twice over.
Just put her welcoming the foundling Grogu during the speech. That could do the trick. Time for another drastic rewrite. Yeah, give me Tony Gilroy. That dude was like weep at this scene. Gosh, I would have loved for him to. They need to hire him as just like a dialogue type of dude, the chief dialogue officer, and just like whenever there's like impactful moments, do not let whoever directed this episode ever write a speech again. Just give it to Gilroy. So I'm probably gonna
punish us.
Cut to this.
It's a warning to the
instead of the fire scene
because we refuse to surrender.
Oh, that I listen to these. But they're at the dinner table. I gotta brainstorm all this. There's so much. This part of the show is so choppy. It's so choppy with everything. And then those guys fly away. And then you're on Mandalore. Oh, I still have this on Navarro, these guys. I just gotta like watch it. I haven't watched this part in so long. I haven't edited any of this before. You can see like I did like one thing. I don't even remember what I did. I gotta redo all of that from scratch, and then they fly out to Mandalore. And this is where I was gonna put my other Boba Fett scene on their travel over. The last time we see Boba, so this will be like his meal scene, where he's having to make his final decision. All right, I'm happy with what we did with Navarro. Got some good stuff to work with. Hopefully tomorrow I can finish the reunion. Oh yeah, if you're still there, Infinite, I know you asked how the reunion scene is coming along. I went through it in the beginning of the stream, but very good. It's probably like 90% done. I had to do some motion blur effects on the ships flying, and then a little bit of audio touch-up. And then see if I can get a better establishing shot before Luke's dialogue. He's so blurry. That's hard to believe that's 4K. I mean, I am 311%, I guess, but yeah, I guess she's that blurry too. That's 994%. Favreau wrote this season, so his fault. Yeah, I'm not. Nobody really knows exactly what happened with this season. It seemed like Favreau started to write it. Like the first 3 episodes I thought were good. And then it's like, it feels like he went and did something else. Or he just like got bored of it. Just like gave up. A question for 30 minutes ago. Yeah. Sorry. We had a lot of discussions in the meantime. But yeah, we're close. We're close. So R2 like brings the box up. What? Oh, that's what that was. So that's how it's gonna go. And then I threw this scene after that. So like they walk back to the ship, fly off, get a little humor bit in there. Then they hyper out. And look at that goop. I fixed it for you. Look at this. Does this look better? Is that a better transition? Why is Grogu hiding in the box? That's how Luke delivers him to Din. He puts Grogu in the box. R2 carries Grogu like down the hill, and Luke watches from the cliff above. That's how he jumps out. Same reason he was in a box for Book of Boba Fett, I guess. You like the fade more than that? What kind of transition should I do here then? I like that way better than the fade. What other one could I do that would... I need to transition from space to hyperspace. Luke has no shame in the edit or the original. Can't deliver the kid himself. Coward. He's above those menial tasks. Cut from the N1 goes past. Just like cut there. Just like that to here.
Buddy, buckle up.
That. I need to show some time has passed in hyperspace because Din's asleep in this scene. So when you get just these jump cuts, it looks like very instantaneous. then poof, Din's just asleep. I like the fade, or the wipe better than that, actually. What do you think, Infinite? What about like a circle fade? Like comes through the middle. I'm making the shape with my hands like you can see me. Yeah, maybe like a different type of wipe, not like the right to left. Do you like a radial wipe? The problem with these wipes, I had to like make your own. For some reason, like a lot of the Premiere ones, they don't let you feather the wipe line. Oh, that's got, hold on, that's got 2 in it now. Oh, what's happening? That looks horrible. What is that? Sometimes you have to like make your own, because yeah, they don't let you feather a lot of them. I want to maybe pinwheel. I don't think pinwheel lets, yeah, you can't feather that. I've got double transitions on there now. What? Oh my gosh. All right. I'll fix that later. I think that's like the circle one that George does sometimes. This one's a little messy too, because this needs to stay as stars. The clips just isn't long enough. I'll have to like start fading here instead or something. Where's the end?
Just kidding, buddy. Buckle up.
A little too fast, but we'll fix it later. Circles might be better. Yeah, I'll make a custom circle one. That's probably the solution. Didn't even know time was supposed to pass at first, but you'd keep the fade in that case. Thought the reunion was the ending. Oh yeah, no, we still got a solid 45 to 60 minutes left in the film after the reunion. It's a 4-act movie. So you just make your own wipes in Premiere. Yeah. Radial from both sides. Yeah. I'll see if I can do the circle one. That is going to wrap for me tonight. Just trying to recap what I need to do. Motion blur on the ships. A couple sound things. Fix that transition. Then write Grief's speech up through here. Redo all of this. Redo that whole scene. Then give Din like a good line here. And then start brainstorming the nighttime Mandalorian scenes. Alright. That's going to be a wrap. thanks for joining, everybody. I will try to stream again this week before I leave for my vacation. Just because I haven't... This one took me almost 2 weeks to get back to, so... Probably try and do some work tomorrow myself. Maybe stream Wednesday night. Since I'm leaving Thursday. So, see if I can get that in. Appreciate you. Good hanging out. I'll be more active again once I get back from vacation and everything. So, my work comes in waves. So, just wrapped up a big project and I'll be back to streaming activity sometime next week too. So, peace. Chat the car. It's been a good one. Sleep well. Dream of me.